Project Hobart began in January of 2018 as the result of an escalation of violence across Ontario and Quebec, which included attempted murders, arsons, threats of extortion, shootings, and assaults. The project targeted an illegal gambling criminal organization controlled by 3 known members and 1 prospect of the Hells Angels, specifically Robert Barletta, Craig McIlquham, Eugenio, Reda, and Raffaele Simonelli. Additionally, in March of 2019, a known member of the Hells Angels, who was also a member of this illegal gambling criminal organization, Michael Deabaitua-Schulde, was murdered in Peel region. During the investigation, 5 sophisticated illegal gambling websites controlled by the Barletta, McIlquham, and Reda were identified. They are the Ultimate Sportsbook, Titan Sportsbook, Play to Win Sportsbook, Pravada Sportsbook, and Players Sportsbook. From January 1st, 2019 until the beginning of July 2019, these sportbooks are alleged to have brought in approximately $13 million in illicit funds. And over the 5 years that we believe they operated, it is alleged that they grossed more than $131 million in illegal revenues. It is alleged that the operators of this illegal gambling organization have links to the Figliamini crime family that are the subject of the York Regional Police-led Project Sindicato, which was taken down in July of 2019 and is now before the courts. You will find charts for both illegal gambling operations and their links in your kits. During the various judicial authorizations and search warrants executed last week, police seized or restrained a total of 21 firearms, including 9 illegal handguns and ammunition, 7 residences and 2 vacation properties valued at just over $8.1 million. Financial accounts holding a total of more than $1.2 million. 18 vehicles, including luxury and vintage automobiles. More than $1.7 million in cash. Multiple gold and silver coins and bars valued at over $320,000. Many high-end luxury watches and jewelry valued at over $300,000. Hells Angels colors, 2 conducted energy weapons, and several ballistic vests. As a result of the investigation, 28 people are charged with a total of 228 offences contrary to the Criminal Code, the Controlled Drug and Substance Act, and the Income Tax Act. The charges include commission of offences for the benefit of a criminal organisation, bookmaking, various firearms offences, possessions of proceeds of crime, money laundering, tax evasion, fraud against the government, and breach of trust. The fraud offences pertain to income tax evasion, which our colleague from the Canada Revenue Agency will expand upon in a moment. The majority of the accused have already appeared or are scheduled to appear in the Ontario Superior Court of Justice in Brampton over the next 4 weeks. Now I'll turn it over to Mr. Stéphane Bonnet, the Executive Director of High Impact Compliance Operations for the Canada Revenue Agency, to talk about their role in this investigation. Stéphane.
Bonjour, good morning. My name is Stéphane Bonnet. I'm the Executive Director of High Impact Compliance Operations at the Canada Revenue Agency. Thank you for joining us here today. First and foremost, I would like to take this opportunity to thank the Ontario Provincial Police for the opportunity to collaborate on this important case. The Criminal Investigation Program of the Canada Revenue Agency is committed to investigating the most serious cases of tax evasion, and this partnership exemplifies how law enforcement agencies can collaborate to achieve great results. We are always stronger together. This partnership also aligns perfectly with one of the primary focus of CRA Criminal Investigations Program, which is to seek out opportunities for joint investigation with other law enforcement agencies on cases involving tax evasion, money laundering, and the underground economy. As it relates specifically to this case, the CRA became engaged in May of 2018 and entered into a joint investigation operation agreement with the OPP in October of 2018. We were responsible for investigating offenses related to tax evasion. In total, on December 12th and 13th, approximately 160 CRA investigators took part in 25 search warrants with our lead partner in Ontario and Quebec. More specifically, our searches included personal residence, business premises, including accountants and business associates. Tax evasion charges were laid under the Income Tax Act against two members of the Hells Angels, namely Robert Barletta of London, Ontario, for failing to report revenues totaling over $770,000 for tax years 2015 to 2018, and also against Craig McIlquham of Oakville, Ontario, for failing to report revenues totaling over $2 million for tax years 2014 to 2018. McIlquham was also charged with fraud under the Criminal Code. It is important to note that our criminal investigation is ongoing and could lead to additional charges against individuals linked to or part of this alleged crime network. The CRA is serious about disrupting organized crime. We recognize the negative impact that these groups have in our communities, making them feel less safe while profiting from their illegal behavior. The CRA's willingness to actively participate in such cases as this one shows that we're not afraid to go after members of known organized crime groups. For context, the Canadian tax system is based on the premise that all income is taxable, including income or revenue generated from illegal activities such as illicit gaming, gambling, or loan sharking. The CRA takes this kind of illegal activity very seriously, as do other tax administrations around the world. In fact, this international concern has facilitated international cooperation on many offshore cases in which the CRA has been involved. The Government of Canada also has reinforced its commitment to fighting money laundering through the creation of the Anti-Money Laundering Action Coordination and Enforcement Team, the ACE team, which brings together dedicated experts from across intelligence and law enforcement agencies to strengthen inter-agency coordination and cooperation in relation to money laundering. The underground economy also affects economic growth by making it more difficult for legitimate businesses to compete with those who don't play by the rules. This kind of illegal activity erodes the integrity of Canada's tax system and undermines the competitiveness of businesses, especially small businesses.
Thank you, Mr. Bonnet. We will now proceed with your questions. Please identify yourself and your organization before proceeding with your question.
Hey, Peter Edwards, Toronto Star. Can you please tell me how this case connects to Quebec and conflicts within Hells Angels?
Your question is directed to who, Pete?
To anyone who wants it.
Okay.
So, hi Peter, first of all. Back in 2018, there was a lot of violent incidents occurring both in Ontario and Quebec. The Hells Angels, of course, are not bounded by any provincial areas, cities, and this was an inter-provincial phenomenon that we noticed, and it was assigned to between Organized Crime Enforcement Bureau and the Criminal Investigation Branch, along with all the partners you see here, including the Sûreté, and there's a representative of the Sûreté here this morning. We opened up a criminal investigation and started to look into these activities to see how they were joined, and the result is the seizures that you see here today and the 228 criminal charges.
Were Quebec bikers trying to exert control over Ontario bikers?
We don't have any evidence of that.
Okay, next question.
Is this connected to the old Platinum sportsbook?
So some of the people involved, that was Project Hobart by the RCMP, and yes, some of the people involved Barletta and McIlquham are both parties to that particular investigation as well.
Are there any other questions? Okay, well, this will conclude the formal portion of the media conference. As previously mentioned, all of our representatives will be available for one-on-one interviews, and we will facilitate these momentarily.